Hi everyone, my name is Shreya. I'm the founder of Memoa and I'm here with Angel. Hey Angel, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we're so excited to sit here and talk with you about your Monster High collection, but also anything you collect in general. So we'll start off with having you talk about what all you collect and how you actually got into the whole collecting hobby.
Predominantly it's Monster High. I have Ever After High, Rainbow High, OMG dolls, some BJD dolls from like China, like Kika Goods. Um, that's basically it. Like it's not as extensive. Like I don't do Barbie or anything like that. She's great, but she's not my cup of tea. She's too realistic. Um, how I got into collecting, so I had just graduated high school and my friend and I would always go through like the Target aisle and like walk through like the toys and stuff. And we'd see the Monster High dolls and be like, oh, what if we collected these? That'd be so crazy, right? Like that'd be so weird. And then I met my then boyfriend, now husband, and he is a collector of like physical media. And so he has like a huge Blu-ray and books and collection. And we were like walking through Kmart, me and him, and I showed him the Monster High dolls, and it was like Laguna and Abby from School Shores, and I was like, "Aren't these so cool?" And he was just like, "You should get them," and I was just like, "What?" He's like, "I'll buy them for you." So like that kind of kickstarted the whole thing. My friend was like, "Well, then I want some too," so we started collecting together, which was like really don't do that with a friend. Because she would collect a doll and I couldn't have that doll. So I would have a doll and she couldn't have that doll because be like, we were collecting together. And my husband was like, that's really stupid. And so he started buying me the dolls that she had in private so that she didn't know I had them. So I blame him for everything. This is his huge love letter to me.
Oh, what a beauty. That's like a beautiful love story too. Like how I've always thought that was so pretty or like awesome when like two collectors have their collection
Yeah.
together.
He's like my
That's
biggest
really
enabler.
I could see how that happens. Yeah. So what's your favorite Monster High doll? Do you have any favorites, dolls or like characters?
So like that it really just like I think every collector might have this mindset. Like it changes from day to day, like who I gravitate to the most. Right now, consistently, it's any Scalita. Um, it's G3 Draculaura, specifically the one that came in like the caboodle, the Gorganizer one, and then Manny and Frankenstein are like my little monster sonas for my husband and I. So like they go with me everywhere. Right now, it's them and like Cupid, like the new G3
Oh
Cupid.
yeah, the birthday sweet 16 birthday.
Yeah,
Oh, I wanted that one. I was been eyeing it. That's a really expensive. For me, it's always been Rochelle. I haven't had her doll yet. I really hope to get one, but I love Rochelle.
they're. I don't know if you saw that they're. She's like in the next wave of
Oh my
pre-productions.
God. That's crazy, really.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go broke. I have to be like first in line to get that.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's so good.
I know. And so when you're thinking about like, Monster High, we've had conversations with Garrett. He's also on Memoa. And one of the cool things about it is how it kind of teaches you to embrace your inner monster, your inner
Yeah.
quirks. So I was wondering if you had any thoughts on that and how like you've found that love through Monster High specifically.
Um, my hair being pink is because of Monster High. I would say just because
Oh
like
wow.
yeah, like I'm like looking at the dolls. I'm like besides black, I don't think there's like very many natural hair tones in Monster High,
Yeah.
and just seeing like the pink and with Draculara and like being more yourself. This feels like me, you know?
Mhm.
And I don't know, just being more accepting of myself and of others. And I've like found really good friends through it because of like the message and stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of like friends, like how has like doll community and meeting other collectors impacted you? Have you, formed friendships like you said or any of that?
Yeah. I have a couple of friends that I like real life friends that doll collect. Like obviously there's like the community and stuff, but like because of YouTube specifically and like the doll community online, I got to meet Brooke. Um, I met a friend here in my hometown. It's kind of like a small like little town in Southern California, and we like met through BTS. But then she saw my room and she was just like, "This is insane." And then like the next day, she like because we met in a Walmart, like star-crossed friend lovers. And when she like came over to hang out for the first time, she saw the room. And then the next day, I get a picture, and she's just like, "I did it." And she bought like her first Monster High doll, and like I don't know.
That's so beautiful. Yeah. I also remember meeting some doll collectors in like the Target aisle because everybody's like,
Yes,
there and there's a lot of adult collectors. I was like, now you're my new friend.
it was
Yeah.
so cool at a Toy Fair. Brooke had a meet and greet thing for like just any like doll collectors in the New York area that wanted to like meet at this weird mall that we ended up in. This like really like ritzy fancy mall, and we're just like this big group of weirdos with all of our dolls in the center of like this food court, just with all of our dolls. That was really nerve wracking, but also really exciting.
Awesome. And now talk about your journey. How did you get into content creating and becoming like someone who makes videos about the dolls? And I also saw on Memoa that you got Monster High exclusive PR or like PR from
Yeah.
the hotel. Yeah.
Um, I started posting on Instagram first, and since like the beginning, my husband's been like, "You should make videos. You should make videos," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to be perceived as a human," uh, or like, "Oh, I don't want to edit my videos and have to listen to the sound of my voice." Like, I like pushed that off for a long time, but like my Instagram just had a pretty good traction, and then it was because of Rainbow High, because this was after Monster High died the first time, and Rainbow High came back and came, and I was like, well, let me just get into these. And I started making videos with my little brother, and I really loved it from that. And then when Monster High G3 came back, it just was like,
Yeah,
got
it
away
was
from me.
awesome. Do you have any favorite Rainbow High dolls? I know it's also gone through its waves of
Consistently, it's Delilah.
Oh yeah, the yellow one. I like have a quirk where I collect anything green. So I
Yeah.
have all the green Rainbow High dolls that were ever created. So I
My
love that.
friend that I met in town, like her favorite color is green too. So she loves like all the green girls.
Yeah. Awesome. And so, speaking of collecting, so you said you might collect good dolls. Do you collect anything else? Or has it always been kind of dolls?
When I was younger, I was a huge My Little Pony person, like a horse. I was a horse girl kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and right now, I collect like BTS, like collect boys love memorabilia and like novels. Um, but it's predominantly just dolls and toys.
Amazing. Oh, who's your BTS? I mean, I'm a big K-pop fan too. Who's your BTS bias?
Jimin.
Oh, mine is V Cook. I'm a huge like marketing line. I love V Cook. I
I
love
get
them
I
so
get
much.
I get pretty biased wrecked by Namjoon and Jungkook as well. So,
Yeah, I got into K-pop through EXO, so that's been my one and only
hmm,
kind of K-pop group, but I've loved some BTS songs too.
sorry, my
Awesome.
doctor here.
Oh, yeah. So that's really cool. So now we're going to go ahead and share your Memoa profile. So I don't know if you noticed, but some of the users of Memoa are pretty big fans of your content. So you had a particular user, Rose, be like, "Oh my God, is that Angel? Like, I'm gonna go and follow him right away." So you've definitely uploaded so many cool collections. But let's go ahead and your Monster High G1. So we actually introduced this new format on Memoa where you can kind of go and swipe through your collections like a
Yeah,
cherry.
yeah, I saw that and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and swipe through yours. So we're starting off with, you mentioned Skeletor as one of your favorites, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you have well, first I'll ask you this question. Do you have any fun memories or stories that you want to share about your collection regarding a particular doll or just a line?
Um, I think I put it in in one of the clips for like 13 Wishes. We like that was like the big line that came out when me and my husband first started, because I started collecting in 2012, and then in 2013 I'm pretty sure 13 Wishes came out. And I remember going to Toys R Us, and my Toys R Us would stock on Wednesdays, and we'd get there right when they opened, and all the scalpers would be there, and we'd like book it to the Monster High section. Thankfully the scalpers were there for like action figures and stuff. um and we like booked it to like the Monster High section, and they had like all the Cosmo dolls. They had everyone but Gigi, and then they had the 2 packs with Abby and Heath and Gulia and like they had just done the full reset of everything. This is why I miss Toys R Us. They let you do like layaway, so we just like put all of them down on layaway. So that was really like probably like the biggest rush I've ever gotten from like a doll hunt or anything like that.
Mhm.
So that's like a really
And
cool memory.
awesome. And I'm also looking through, and one of the things that stands out to me is again how you have the complete lines, and each shelf on your collection is dedicated to that line almost.
Yeah, that's it. Just has to be that way for me.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about this doll right here because I've heard some about the off-white, but I feel like it's very underrated. Yeah, do you want to share about this off-white doll you have?
Uh, Specifically her, she's my favorite. Um, I mean, I think we can all agree that the off-white dolls are horrendously overpriced. Um, like, wow. And this one specifically, I think is just so cool because if you've seen the behind the scenes stuff that Garrett has shown for some of the dolls, River Styx originally was going to have this kind of like, not style, but her head, she's got a skull inside of her face, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
her head is like completely clear. You can see the skull underneath. And River was supposed to have something like this, and it's just so awesome that we finally get to have a doll that has this sort of inclusion, I guess.
Hmm.
And her dress is just so many layers. She's just such a cool doll.
I love it when they get creative with like I know one of the examples is like Spectra's legs, the whole like sheer legs thing. I love when they include like different aspects that are like non-traditional in these dolls.
Yes, like I know she's kind of problematic, like Izzy Dawn Dancer, the deer spirit doll. She like
Mhm.
has little hooves instead of like toes. So it's cute, and I just love like uh Abby's cousin Marisol. She's got like huge feet. That's one of the things that really draws me to Monster High is the body sculpts, the head sculpts, like that no one has the same head sculpt, and it's just so cool. I mean, we have like some exceptions, but for the most part, like everyone has like their own face, their own like everything. It's just awesome.
Awesome. I was just looking outside. There's like a huge thunderstorm happening in
Oh
Boston.
no, it's
I was
like
like, wow.
it's like super hot here.
I also want to go into your Ever After High collection because again, Ever After High, I know it's severely underrated, but these SDCC dolls, now these are quite the beautiful dolls.
Yes, they are so amazing, and they had like the most luxurious, beautiful packaging. I think the first one was it Cerise or Raven? I can't remember, but it was like in a giant book, and like you opened it, and it was just so beautiful. And like Cedar's kind of scary when you see her in person because she's got like a full like Pinocchio puppet head, and like her jaw is unhinged, and she's borderline an ugly doll, but because she's so well made and constructed, she's just this little work of art. And that's what I think dolls are, little works of art, little moments in time.
That's a beautiful kind of motto here. And so, how has your experience been on Memoa, like cataloging your collections and kind of adding in the details? Would love to, hear it out, especially because you have so many different varieties on here.
I I thought it was pretty like straightforward. When we originally spoke a few months ago, I was like kind of intimidated by doing it because I was like, like what do I do? Like how do I do this? How do I navigate this? But then like it's pretty like user friendly when you like start getting into it. You're like, oh yeah, let me just do this real quick.
That's awesome. And yeah, we love seeing how all the doll collectors, we expanded into many categories quickly just because of the demand. But especially with dolls, that's always close to us because that's where Memoa really started.
Yeah,
Um, it's been so cool being like seeing like people be like, oh my gosh, I have that doll too. Or, Monster High means this much to me too. So having someone like you who's such an amazing collaborator and creator, and also someone who kind of really was at the wave of the first, you were there for the whole kind of um timeline of Monster High. It's
yeah.
it's awesome having you on our platform.
Thank you. Oh, my husband collects Masters of the Universe, so he downloaded the app so he can start cataloging his
Oh
action
my God,
figures.
yes. Okay, wait. Please have him upload. We love to see the action
I
figures.
will. I will.
Yeah, awesome. And so with that, we'll wrap up the interview portion, Angel. It's been amazing talking to you, and I know
You
this is
too.
just the start of like a full, we want to see Masters of the Universe next, all your Rainbow High dolls next. But we're really excited to